Let's go live. Welcome, 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 welcome. Okay, there are a couple of people that need to see this, so let me share. Let me share. And there is some echo. There we go. There we go. So bear with me, guys. We're going to be rolling soon. We're going to be rolling. We're going to be rolling. Wow, we are indeed later than we planned to be. That's because for some reason there we go. So welcome, guys. Welcome. Let me know where you are, trading from today. Let me know where you are trading from. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to get on with it. I mean, I was looking to use the trading platform, the trading view on one platform, but it's not working on that platform. So what I'll do is I'll basically just focus on using a different platform. So hopefully today we're going to be having some solid education coming out from here, as well as some trades or trade ideas. Now, just to quickly show you this, I mean, the harmonic pattern, I mean, I'm sure some of you who have been trading with me for some time know that I do love the harmonic patterns. And this is one of the ones that we put up, I would say some weeks ago, because obviously that's where it was meant to have started. And this being the 4-hour time frame, it's basically been going for quite a while, but eventually it dropped. That is a good thing, guys. That is a good thing. I mean, it does mean that you can trust the harmonic patterns. Let me switch over to my other platform now. Let me just switch over to my other platform, because that's where I really want to be able to trade from. And in the meantime, have a look at this one. Have a look at Forex Factory and check out the news events for the day. Check out the news events for the day. It's just past 8 o'clock now, about 7 minutes past 8 o'clock in the UK, which basically means the London session has kicked off. Now, a lot of people do not quite know. I mean, some people think the London session, starts at 7. No, the European session starts at 7. The London session per se, starts at Starts at 8. Okay, so let's go. So I am, on the platform where I want to be now. So let's quickly switch over. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Okay. Okay. Come on, guys. Say good morning, guys. Say hello to everybody. So good morning from the UK. Okay. Now I'm going to be posting the link to my Telegram group, later. That's if you can't already find it in the description below this video. For some reason, my chat was proving, my browser rather, was proving a bit of a challenge. Oh, well, there we go again. Don't worry, guys. Like some of us say, the devil is a liar. We are going to trade today. We are going to trade and we're going to get something going, something good. I'm not quite sure why the browser is misbehaving like this today. This is meant to be my trusted browser for the live stream. Okay, maybe we will switch back to we'll switch to a different browser then. I mean, we can't have this. We have to move on. We have to get the trades in. Okay, let's switch browsers. Okay, so basically, this is pound Aussie dollar. Pound Aussie dollar. I was showing you this a while ago. Euro USD. Now, mind you, there is a lot of news this week, so be careful with the trading. So anyhow, so looking at this now, we see that the harmonic pattern finally played out the way we wanted, after a couple of weeks. After a couple of weeks, it finally played out, dropping like we thought it would. You just have to be ready for this in trading, guys. It will not always go the way you want. I mean, you could have a pattern that works most of the time, but sometimes it just begins to do its own thing. It just begins to do its own thing. Okay. Let me also put on my camera, guys. There we go. Come on now, come on now. Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. So we're not going to be, this is basically for swing trading. I mean, my harmonic patterns tend to be on the 4-hour time frame. On occasions, it's on the 1 hour or the daily, but it tends to be on the 4-hour. I mean, being a 4-hour, setup, you can expect it to be some swing trade. And we're not so much swing trading today. That's not the focus. But if we do find, a swing trading opportunity, we would do that. What I, basically tend to do on the live sessions is to day trade. I mean, I do post these harmonic patterns in the Telegram group, but it is the case that that's for those who want to swing trade or maybe get a few trades out of it. So we see that the price was ranging here between the top here and this yellow broken line for quite a bit, a range which was over 100 pip, was a 100 pip range. But guess what? You could have been able to get something out of that if you are okay with, if you do know how to trade, but that's the way it goes. Just a quick one, guys, just a quick one, before we even begin to look for more trades today. One thing that you should know, with trading is that price does not move in a straight line. I'm sure you know that by now. So consider here, the price being here, it pushed up like so, an impulse move, correction, continuation. Yes, it did pull back a bit here before it pushed up. But once it got here, it began to do a zigzag in this area. It began to, this now became a massive range. If you like, you could push that up there. This now became a massive range, going to the top, coming to the bottom, to the top, so on and so forth. This is also very tradable, especially if it's a if it's a huge range of about over 100 pips like this. It's very tradable. You basically just go on the lower time frame to see where to enter. But what tends to happen is when the price is in a range and it eventually breaks out of that range, either to the upside or the downside, know that it's most likely going to continue in that direction. There are times when you could have a fake out where it pushes out a bit and then goes back in and up. It happens. But this time there was no fake out. This was when it eventually broke out. It went back to retest that, the low of the range and then began to drop. So this would have been a good opportunity to enter, for some of you, but that's a training we will consider for another day. But at least I've given you an idea. So what we're going to do now, let's go back and, see the, let's go back and see, just 1 minute, guys, just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. You see, I'm kind of like determined for us to have a smooth session today. I'm kind of like determined for us to have a smooth session today. That's why I'm looking to use this browser, which is my browser of choice, except that it keeps on freezing. So we're back here now. Anyway, so what I was saying is that, we are going to be looking for trades today. So let's go. Euro USD is not one I tend to trade, day trade, but so let's look for something that I do day trade. Pound JPY. I'm not quite sure how much by which pound has moved today. But we'll soon find out. Let's go to pound JPY GJ. And let's see what we can find. GJ has dropped in a massive way. We see it went up and created, this double high and dropped. So far, it's dropped by about over 700 pips, at least over 680 pips at least. Is it going to go lower? Yes, it could go lower. This could be, the next target, and then here, and ultimately, here as well. So let's see how we will trade this. If it's tradable today on the lower time frame, let's go check to see how we're going to trade this. So hello guys, I can see Crypto Share from Florida. My goodness, you are awake. Crypto Share, and there's Emantaz. Good morning from Lithuania. Yes, awesome, awesome. Good to have you. And Miss 305 from Atlanta. Welcome, guys. So let's go. Let's go. Let's see how we're going to trade this today. We'll start with GJ and we will check other pairs as well. So that's the daily time frame. Strong bearish pressure. Let's go to the 4-hour. Okay, so price is at some important level. Let's go to the 1-hour. I mean, you know the way it is, guys. I mean, for those who trade with me often, we don't force trades. We basically, look for the best setups to get into. Applying all kinds of strategies. However, if we don't find anything, we basically wait and post, and trades. By the way, we're still in our bonanza week. We're still in our bonanza week, which basically means I am giving a lot of whatever signals I do find, whatever trade signals I do find that I normally would have posted or given to my VIP group, I am posting it in the free Telegram group, all this week. We did that last week because we didn't get so much trades last week. I decided we'll continue with the bonanza week this week. So let me quickly just post the Telegram, the link to the Telegram group, so you can join us if you're not part of the Telegram group already. I want us to form, the most profitable Telegram groups out there, guys. I want us to have the most profitable Telegram group out there. Okay. So we are looking at GJ to start off with. We're looking at GJ to start off with. Okay. Day trades are what I usually, prefer. And when I say day trades, I'm really looking at, trades that will give us like, 35 pips and above. Well, 40 pips and above, really. But if a scalping opportunity is what we find today, then we would indeed look at that as well. I rarely scalp during my live sessions. I used to, but I kind of like stopped focusing. I stopped focusing on that and thought, okay, let's do day trades instead. Scalping, obviously, we're looking for like 10 to 15 pips. If it's going to push on further, then we do that and go for 20 or more. Okay, so nothing here really for now. I mean, I would prefer if the price came a bit lower here. For me, this is where price is at the moment. I wouldn't, I would prefer if price broke out of this area. If it breaks out of this range, somewhat of a range, then I'll be trading either to the upside or downside. But obviously because on the higher time frame, it's got bearish pressure, I'll be looking to sell. I'll be more confident selling, if anything. I mean, mind you, when it comes to trading, you hear people say, "Oh, I go with the trend." Others tend to love counter trade, counter trend trades. For me, if it's long term, then yes, I'm going with the trend. But if it's a day trade or a scalp, I can counter trade. I can go in the opposite direction. You just want to get the pips in, really, isn't it? Okay, so let's check another pair. We tend to love trading. We tend to love trading Euro, New Zealand dollar. We tend to love trading Euro, New Zealand dollar. So let's pull it out. Now I trust you guys can hear me though. I mean, I got a new microphone and it was playing up. I've had to resort to default to my old one, but I hope you guys can hear me well on the stream. Sometimes I need you to be my ear. Okay, so now this one seems to be pushing up on the 5-minute time frame. Let's go to the higher time frame. I know, some might say, oh, well, if you're not swing trading, why bother looking at the higher time frame? Oh, well, we want to have an overall view nevertheless. Okay. I also like it here. You see, I like it when price is at critical levels, which basically means it could either reject in that area or break out. Now, if you check this, you'll see this is where price is now. If you just go left, you see there was a previous high there. You see there were swing highs there as well as here. And of course, all this congestion here. So it tells me that, price is at a critical level. Well, hope it doesn't begin to consolidate like it did here. Now, this is the daily. Euro New Zealand dollar tends to move, by at least, it has an ADR, average daily range, of about 120, 150. So far today, it has moved by about, whoa, it's done about 100 already. Well, actually, that's not true. That's not quite true. We're looking at an average daily range of about 180 now. Lately, it's been about 180. Yesterday, it did about 180, a gap. Some days before that, it did about 150. So we're looking at average daily range of about, 180 really. If it's done 100 today already, we can expect it to do some more, either pushing up or going down. It's good to know, it's good to have this facts about different pairs. Okay, so this is the daily. Let's go to the 4-hour. And let's go to the 1. So you'll find that, if we can't quite get a trade to get into, I would then, default to some trading lessons or Forex education, as it were. Okay. Right. So I mean, we'll see how the 1 hour candle closes. I mean, this is the 30-minute time frame. It's about closing. But we'll see how the 1 hour trade, the 1 hour candle closes. That will give us a better idea of how to get in this trade. Right. I mean, what other pair would you like us to look at, guys? I mean, the news today, when it comes to news, we do have, retail core retail sales in the US at about 1:30 UK time, as well as the retail sales, report. But of course, we have the FOMC at 7 o'clock UK time, which is like 2 o'clock US time, 2 a.m., 2 p.m. US time. So apart from that, I think every other event, it's not expected to impact the market that much. But over the years, I have learned not to think that because we have a yellow folder event or a brown folder event, the market will not be impacted. I don't take things for granted like that. It's for us to still be mindful. We'll still be mindful of price moves. Okay, so now, guys, I mean, I'm thinking of us jumping into this trade. Just let's see. We want to be careful. Yeah, I mean, normally I could have jumped into this trade for a buy. I mean, if we check the 15-minute time frame here, was it the 15? Was it 30, wasn't it? If we check the 30, we see that there's been, some push here, whereby this green candle, let's make it bigger. This green candle has just taken out this one. After breaking this high, I could have jumped in this trade and placed the stop loss here. Let me take this off. I could have jumped in for a buy and placed the stop loss here. If we do that, we could win, but obviously, we also are mindful of the fact that it is at a key level. It can also go the opposite direction. But one of the reasons why I am hesitant to buy now is because, one, it's at a key level, even as we saw in the higher time frames. And two, even if we go to the 4-hour time frame, we see that the current 4-hour candle, which closes in maybe in 1.5 hours, is huge. It's huge, which means it's susceptible to a pullback. Oh, well, I don't know if this is the beginning of the pullback. You know, when you find a candle has made a big move, you want to be mindful, of what could happen next. If I mean, it's like anything in life, it can only go so far. If it's made a big push, it could pull back and close as with a huge top wick, like this one. I don't know if you would call this a huge top wick, but consider this, for instance. This one pushed all the way up and pulled back slightly. Now, we don't know how this played out unless you were watching the trade, the charts. This could have gone all the way up and went and come all the way down before closing up again. We don't know, maybe unless we check the lower time frames, but with this one now, because this candle is huge enough for me, I would not exactly be jumping in now. What I would do instead is wait for the price perhaps to pull back, close enough to the previous high, even if it's just halfway through of this candle, close enough to this, and then I would wait for the next candle to form to decide what to do with that. It's good to understand price action. So let's just watch this. Okay, so coming to the 30-minute candle now, it was the 4-hour we were looking at a while ago. Coming to the coming to a lower time frame on the 30. I really wanted to, pull back a bit for me before I jump in. Note that it has broken this previous high, which is good, which means it's probably set to continue, but I would only go in on a pullback. And because we said euro, New Zealand dollar has an average daily range of about 180, maybe 170, it means we can still get 50, 60 pips out of this today, preferably to the upside. So that's the previous. I know some people would say that's the previous, well, that's a previous high on this candle. I know some people don't bother with, they don't bother with the wicks, but wicks do matter for me. Basically what the wick tells me is that if price got to a certain level before, it can get there again. It might not close above it on this occasion, but at least it got there before, it can get there again, and it is there now. So what I am looking at is a situation whereby if this pulls back, to here, I will consider getting in the trade for a buy. And like they say, it's better to miss a trade than to lose a trade. Now, who is the G? Who is the G calling his scammer? Now, people come on the live stream and begin to post all kinds of things. The G, who is the scammer? Explain yourself. Okay. Right, let's carry on. Okay, so let's basically see how this plays out. I mean, in the meantime, let's check other pairs. So what pairs are you guys trading this morning? What pairs are you trading this morning? Let's have a look at gold. Or you know what? Let's go. Let's have a look at one of the indices. You know, I mean, because we have FOMC later on today, and some news reports as well. I'm a bit mindful of day trading, anything that has to do with USD. So let's have a look at the DAX, which is DE 40. Let's have a look. Let's see how it's been doing overall. So it's pushing down. Some bearish pressure there. Okay. Okay, so I mean, this is where I'm looking at. If the price rejects, let's see. If the price rejects this, solid yellow line, I'll be looking to sell. If it breaks above, I'll be looking to buy. Let's do that. My broken yellow line is where I usually would want to enter, where I'll be looking to get in the trade. So if you see the broken yellow line on my chart, know that I'll be looking to enter the trade, somewhere around there. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. There we go. Right. Okay, so let's go back to the pairs we looked at before. This one is still in that range. This is the one that's looking promising. Euro, New Zealand dollar. I mean, if we're buying this, we can possibly get a one-to-one on this one. I mean, if we place our stop loss here, if we were to get in there, place our stop loss here, that's like about 56 or thereabout. And we could target, about 56 as well. So, I mean, you can see, looking at this, you can see where, price is at, like I said earlier on. But if it breaks above here, it's good enough, to, begin to look to target a high. Now, because this is the daily time frame, it could take some days, but we don't want to, necessarily swing trade. I mean, that's not what, I'm looking to, that's not the trade I'm looking to find for us here. Day trades, I mean, we could target like 50 pips on this one today. We'll just see how price plays out here. I did say I would want to see the close of the 1 hour candle. We do have like 15 minutes on this one. We have 15 minutes on this one. This is the 1 hour, but I am, having an eye on the 30. So which basically means, we want to see the close of this candle to see how it closes. If it closes bullish, then I would most likely be getting in, guys. Place my stop loss. I mean, you don't even have to place your stop loss below the previous candle. You can basically, if you get in here, you can place it, somewhere below, this current candle, this current 30-minute candle. Maybe somewhere here. Let's do this. Let's, you know what? Let's bring out the box. Let's do the right thing. Let's do it the right way. So that's how I'll be looking to trade it. Now, like I say, the price box, when I bring it close to the candle, it basically means I am in the trade already. But when it's a bit far away, it means I have not entered, but that's how I'm looking to get in. So I'll be looking to get in right about here. Let's make this red. Let's make that red. Right, yo. So we'll be looking about 36 pips. A one-to-one is fine, but you could go for more if the market is going to give you more. So yes, so this is the trade we're looking at. Euro, New Zealand dollar. But mind you, it has to close bullish. It has to close, it has to break this area. Oh, well. It has dropped. Just like I did say, we have to be mindful of the fact that, if a candle has moved quite powerfully in one direction, it can easily drop, halfway. It can easily drop by half. It can easily retrace by 50%. And it seems to have done about 30, well, about 30 now. That's like the 50% mark. Playing out before our very eyes the way we thought it could, it could. But we still have 12 minutes to go. So we would see. We would see. Give us a like, guys. Give us some thumbs up. Give us some thumbs up. Well, it's dropped. It's dropping now, because like we did say, it's at a key level where it could either break out or reject. It's at a key level, even as we can see here. Just look left, you see what happened in this area previously. A whole lot of congestion here. Other times it was just a swing high. So that's the one we're gonna keep watching. Well, whoa, what a drop. What a drop by about 50 pips. Ooh. That can easily happen with Euro, New Zealand dollar. And obviously, like I did say, we either trade it one way or the other. If it rejects at a key level, then we sell. If the price action is good, we sell. If it breaks out and the price action is good, we buy. Being that we are day trading, we can trade either direction if you're day trading or scalping. Okay, so let's go back to GG&C. Let's see what that one does. Okay, I mean, we would keep an eye on the Euro, sorry, on the DAX as well. We'll keep an eye on the DAX. Let's see what else we can find. I mean, I have been trading New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar lately, as well as USD CHF. So let's check New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. Let's see what's going down there. New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. Okay. Okay, this is the 4-hour time frame. Let's check the daily. So we can see there's a downward push there. it's been going down beautifully. I mean, a lot of opportunities to have traded this. You just consider the fact that it's breaking levels as it goes along. Think of the fact that it broke this level. If you were scalping, obviously you could have gotten something here. That's the daily. It pushed up, broke this swing low as well, so on and so forth. So there's been some good opportunities to trade it. Broke this as well. And this is today. This is where it is at currently. Now this could reject. I mean, consider the fact that it's been pushing down, and the previous candles tend to have upper wicks like so. How many pips has it done today? Let's see. Done about 35 pips today already. Let's go to a lower time frame. Let's see if there's a possibility of getting into the trade. Right, yo. Right. Okay, so I mean, this could definitely drop some more. We see it's got a bearish momentum overall. Let's see how this closes. Let's see how this closes, this candle, this 1 hour candle. I'll be looking to sell this. So the second pair I would say is we should keep an eye on. The other one is this one, Euro New Zealand, but New Zealand CAD as well. I mean, if this candle closes below here, let's pull this out. If this closes below here, I'll be looking to sell, targeting this low. That could be about, that could be about 25 pips or so. Not much, but it's something. That's obviously a target. It could definitely go lower. Let's go back to the daily. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so we'll basically see how this candle closes. Well, not so much how it closes, but we want it to close below here. It has to close below here for me. That will give me the confidence to sell. The thing is, sometimes when if you are a swing trader, that's why it's good to be versatile. It's good to be versatile and dynamic as a trader. If, for instance, you normally day trade and you don't find any setup, perhaps for some hours, what you do, you should be able to switch, as it were, to scalping. Obviously, you need to have the experience. You need to be able to switch to scalping. Or what I would do sometimes, I would just jump on a long-term trade, on a swing trade, and let it run. So that you're not watching, you're not having to keep an eye on the computer, on your charts, all day. I'll basically give this, a few more minutes, and we would call it a day, guys, because it's pointless, just sitting on there watching the charts if there is no setup, that you can trade really. You don't want to jump in the trade just for the sake of it. You don't want to jump in the trade just for the sake of it, guys. Oh, yes. Now, somebody just alerted me that Bitcoin is dropping. Let's have a quick look. Obviously, while we wait for some good setup, let's just distract ourselves a bit with Bitcoin. My goodness, I feel sorry for Bitcoin. For those who are holding on to Bitcoin at the moment, well, it depends on your view anyway. If it's a long-term view and all, let's have a look at Bitcoin. Where are you? I posted in the Telegram group yesterday that we could be looking at Bitcoin hitting like 14,000. It's currently 20. Was that yesterday or 2 days ago? I think it was 2 days ago. It was 24,000 then, and we can see today it's at about 20. We can see there, and it's dropping. It's dropping, guys. It's tanking, like we would say. Well, okay, not tanking, but it's pushing down powerfully to the downside. Is anyone in the chat holding on to Bitcoin? Is anyone holding on to Bitcoin? I haven't got, I've got just a little myself, because I have been focusing on trading, with USDT. I haven't been accumulating Bitcoin. Who knows if it gets to 10, because it could possibly get to 10, guys. note that you heard it here. A day ago, I said it was going to get to 14, but Believe me, it could get to 10. Let's just have a look at it. It could get to 10,000. Now, this is where it is at now. That's where it is at now. Where is the next support? Because it's just at the support now. Let's make this bigger so you could see. It's just at support here now. You can see it's at support. Where's the next support? Let's just mark out a couple of places. That is an obvious one. That is an obvious one. You know, which would be like 12. That's another one, which is 10. It's scary, guys. For those who are holding on to Bitcoin, you know, it could be a long wait, you know, to begin to make the profit, you know, you were looking at, or you were expecting. So those are the very obvious ones. Let's look at others which are perhaps not so obvious. Somewhere there, which is like, you know, 15. You know, I mean, I said, you know, it could drop to 14, you know, which is like run about there, 15 or so, if you like. You know, but hey, guys, you know, just to know that, just to remember that only recently Bitcoin was at how many? 60-something thousand. I mean, look at that anyway as well. In March, we're in June now. In March, it was like 48. Before then, in November last year, it was like 68. You know, from 68 to 20, that's a massive drop. And you can see, you know, even looking at the structure, price action, you can tell is like there's nothing to stop it whatsoever from dropping further. Anyway, let's get back to our trading. We're looking at that. It's moving slowly. Okay, so we are still looking at this too. So what's going to happen, guys, is basically instead of staying here, you know, just watching the chart, you know, sometimes it's like watching the paint dry. I would say, you know, keep an eye on the on the Telegram group. I've posted the link in the channel in the chat box there. Join the Telegram channel if you're not part of it, and let's see what trades we can find today. Whatever trades I find, I would post, as in if I'm getting into a trade, I will post it in the Telegram group. You know, but you know, there's a lot of news this week. You know, there wasn't yesterday was Tuesday. It kind of like started yesterday, you know, gradually. It's like going to escalate, if you like, if that's the right word. You know, a lot of US news today, so be mindful of US pairs. You know, tomorrow is Wednesday. Sorry, today is Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. I think it's pretty much a busy one tomorrow as well. Yes, you know, we have a lot of European news, Euro-related news tomorrow, and the pound as well. Official rate. Ooh. Now, you know, the official rate or the bank rate, as it were, you know, it is the case that, you know, we possibly are heading for a recession. You know, if some would say we're already, you're already in a recession in the US, you know, if things can continue like this, you know, with the economies of the world, a lot of economies will go into a recession very soon. You know, I mean, with all the price increases in the UK, I'm sure it's the same around in most countries of the world. You know, increase in basic amenities and all that. Only God can save us this time. That's what I can say. Only God can save us. So with the bank rate later on, tomorrow, I won't be surprised if the pound does not, take a further beating. Let's just look at it before we go. That's GU. Oh, look at that. What happened there? Look at that. In the last 15 minutes, it's moved by about 50 pips. Awesome. That's GJ. In the last 15 minutes. I wonder if something happened. Okay. Who knows? Let's go to the daily. Who knows if this is tradable for us today? Well, there is still some bearish pressure anyhow. There's still some bearish pressure. Let's go to the 30. Let's go to the 30. Well, we'll have to wait for that to play out. I have to see how it goes there. Okay, guys, so let's leave it here. I mean, I am going to be watching, Euro, New Zealand dollar still, and obviously, Canadian dollar, sorry, New Zealand, Canadian dollar. I mean, this has pushed up now. It's most likely going to reject here again. Notice what's happening here with the New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. It's been rejecting off the 50 SMA, rejecting off the 50 SMA as well as the trend line. So there is some sort of confluence there, coupled with the fact that it's bearish overall. So I expect this to, go down as well today. I've been looking for an opportunity to sell. If I am jumping in the trade, I would post it in the Telegram group, for us all to possibly participate in that trade. So have a nice day, guys. For the next couple of weeks, what we are going to be doing is having live trading sessions on Wednesdays as opposed to Tuesday. I mean, whenever that changes, I will let you know. So for next week, it's most likely going to be Wednesday as well, but I will let you know definitively by early next week if we're going to be sticking to our Tuesday live trading session, or if we're going to be doing it on Wednesdays. Okay, guys, have a profitable trading week. Don't force any trades. Just take your time, do the analysis, or find a mentor. Okay, now, God bless.